All right, we're recording. So welcome everyone. I'm so excited to share a little time with you this morning or this afternoon, depending on where you are. My name is Whitney Warr, and I am so blessed to be a Diamond Ambassador in Southern Utah. And I'm excited to share a power hour with you that I hope is a little different than anything that you've done before. And maybe will give you some new insight and new ideas and new opportunity. So let me tell you a little bit about my story and why I've always led with the business. That's going to be our focus today. Okay, hopefully everyone's got their list. So hold up your list and show it to me. I can't see many of you, but I hope you've got your list, and we're going to be focusing specifically on our chicken listers today, our chicken list, or those that are best to share with, those that we really think would just kill it with this opportunity and be so blessed by it, okay? So the reason I've always led with the business from day one is because I was financially ill, and I was seeking out an opportunity, and Plexus was that answer for me after much research and prayer. And so it just came natural to me that that's what I was sharing with people, is an income opportunity, because that is what I was desperately in need of. And what I discovered is that when you lead with the business, when you lead with the opportunity, it builds a much different type of a team. It builds a different type of an organization. You have much faster duplication and multiplication, and your team, it's explosive growth versus building a team of wholesale shoppers or a team focused on products, okay? And a lot of what I've learned is by trial and error. I'm so grateful that we have experts and very successful people that share their ideas both in Plexus and outside of Plexus. And a lot of the ideas that I'm using today are a combination of things I've used as I've led with the business that have been successful for me. And then I'm taking a lot of ideas from this book, which our team is doing a book study on right now, called Get Over Your Damn Self by Romy Neustadt. Okay, pardon the colorful language, but this book is phenomenal. I've never, ever read another book that I felt will just guide you to success with no fail, just step by step. If you follow what's, the guidelines in this book, and you're coachable and you're willing to do what she recommends, holy cow, it's so incredible. So anyways, I took some of my own ideas and successes and merged them with ideas that Romy shares about leading with the business. And I'm really excited about what I've come up with that I'm going to be sharing with you today. So here are a few rules to follow before we launch into this power hour, okay? The first rule is always lead with the business, then default to referrals, and then end with the products. That's really key to the fastest type of momentum possible. And it really helps them as your potentials to get the max benefits that they really can from the business in the most natural way by leading in that order. So second rule to follow is what's in it for them. Okay, that's a big point she makes that makes a huge difference when you're reaching out and sharing, because even she says, and it came natural to me in the beginning to want to spew facts about Plexus and this company and statistics and what makes them so successful and how I've been successful very quickly. And I earned, within 9 months, I earned a Plexus Lexus and a 6-figure income and a trip to Hawaii and all this stuff. But that's all about you. They want to hear what's in it for them. And you'll get much more engagement from them, much more interest, and much more meaningful conversation when you're leading with what's in it for them. and that's your main focus. So I love that concept. Another rule to follow: don't get attached to the income of any one conversation. And hopefully you already know how important that is and you understand that concept. Our job is to get a lot of no's, so just count on it, okay? That's the most successful people in Plexus. They've received a lot more no's than anyone else. So embrace those no's, accept them, and don't let them slow you down. The next rule is to be genuine and let your personality show. People can sense when you're being authentic and when you're not. And when you're not being genuine, it's a major turnoff and it immediately puts up a wall. So be genuine, use your own personality. I really believe, especially when you're reaching out to people about this opportunity, the more you speak from your heart and you're genuine and authentic to what's in it for them, the more success you're going to have versus using a script. And so that's why I am going to give you some script ideas, and they're excellent. But I'm giving you quite a few, and I want you to kind of spend some time like merging and developing your own message from those ideas. Like take bits and pieces from one and another and make it yours. Use your language, write it in your own words. That is going to be the most successful way for you to reach out to people, because then it's your message and it's genuine to you and it's going to be accepted well. And especially if you spend a few minutes on what's in it for them, and we're going to talk about how to do that, okay? So next is, now this is one thing that I know working with my team, this is a hesitation that I get from them, is they feel like, how can I reach out to people with confidence and excitement about this opportunity when I've been here for 2 or 3 years and I don't really have that much success to show for it, right? Is anyone thinking that? You can be honest with me, okay? How can you be confident and excited in reaching out to people when you feel that you haven't hit that pinnacle of whatever you consider to be success yet? Here's something I want you to think about. Can you share confidently if you're not yet successful? You absolutely can, because with these messages, you're going to be sharing that you work with a lot of people just like them who are having great success. That's the truth. Those people don't have to be in your organization. We're one Plexus. So you know a lot of people that are like them that are very successful, don't you? That's absolutely true, and it's absolutely genuine and authentic to share that with them. So keep that in mind. Now, don't let the fear of not saying it perfectly hold you back. There's no such thing as wording it perfectly for any one individual, okay? Don't let that hold you back, because if you do and you stall and you hesitate, someone else is going to reach out to them eventually, and you're going to kick yourself when they end up joining with someone else. Has that ever happened to you? It's happened to me, okay? It happens. If not you, someone else will. So don't try to be perfect about it. Just share and be genuine. As always, the fortune's in the follow-up. You're going to get more response as you're following up on those messages. If they don't respond often, then you'll get from that very first initial message that you send out. So if you send this message out and they don't respond, that doesn't mean they're not interested. That means this is real life and we're dealing with people, and we have to give them a couple days and then reach back out and say, hey, this is my base follow-up message that's so simple you can't get it wrong. Hey, whatever their name is. Hey, Mary. I know life gets so busy. I just wanted to make sure you saw my message. I can't wait to hear what you think. That's it. Works every single time, right? You just can't go wrong with that. And a lot of times they'll respond to that, and sometimes they won't, and that's okay. But the fortune's in the follow-up, so remember that. Remember, the average person has to be have so much interaction before they order or join your team. It's on average like 8 to 12 interactions, I believe. So don't expect it that first interaction, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh even. Do you get what I'm saying? This is how it works. Don't ever end a conversation after sharing the opportunity and then asking for referrals without segueing into how they can benefit from these incredible products, okay? So that is the final offer we make. First, the opportunity. Second, we ask for referrals of people they know that you could help. And third, we segue into how could they benefit from these incredible products. So this is much different than messaging people about the health benefits of Plexus or the products or whatever. This takes a little more prep work if you're going to do it well, but it's the most effective way to build duplication and to create huge momentum for your business. And in my opinion, here's my thought. As someone that was financially ill, you can't discredit financial illness. And you know a lot of people that are in desperate need of this opportunity. You've got to be willing to offer it with confidence and excitement. And it takes away the hesitation of, I would love to, but I can't afford it. You know, that's the number one hesitation that we face, whether people tell you that straight up or not, is I think most everyone would want to try Plexus, but a lot of times they feel they just can't fit it in the budget, or else they would love to. So when you're offering an opportunity for income first, then it takes down that wall, that hesitation. So you're going to help a lot more people with the products as well. Okay, so let's talk about how to spend a little time in preparation for each person individually before you reach out to them. It only takes a few minutes, but we want to first preferably find their pain points, okay? And Romy talks about this quite a bit in her book. This is a concept that was kind of new to me because what I realized is I was sharing my pain and my solution with them, but I wasn't being specific to what I believe their pains could be that this could solve. So here's just, I'm going to run through a list of, and as you, I hope you guys are taking some notes. If you have something to take notes with, I want you to jot down some of these that stand out to you. Specifically in thinking of those that you're going to be reaching out to, what are some of these pain points that Plexus could resolve? Okay, on the pain side, we have tired of the impossible schedule. How could Plexus fix that? Flexibility for their family. A pain would be they need the big lawyer income. No pain can grow a replacement income. The pain could be they don't love the pressure at their 9-to-5 job. And no pain, add more fun to their life, more flexibility, more freedom. Pain could be expensive tastes. No pain, more income. Pain could be kids going to college soon. No pain, fill college funds. I think she shared some more. No, did I read those ones? Oh yeah, here's some. Pain could be Mrs. making her own money, maybe a stay-at-home mom. No pain, bring in an income. Pain, Mrs. time with grown-ups. No pain, social or collaborative business where they get to interact with adults. Pain, Mrs. identity outside of wife and mom. No pain, can have all of that and be a hands-on mom. So if you think about all the ways that Plexus can alleviate pain for people, then that is really something that people are going to want to, it'll catch their attention for sure, okay? All right, so let's talk about these messages that I have developed for you. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the chat. If you're on your phone, click on, I think it's participants, and then you'll see the chat bubble, okay? If you're on a computer or laptop, you should see the chat box right there. Hey, Venetia's here, woo-woo! Okay, the follow-up message, Danielle? Oh, okay, she said it cut out. My follow-up message, just my base follow-up message is, hey, Mary, I know life gets busy. I just wanted to make sure that you got my message. I can't wait to hear what you think. That's it, okay? So here I'm going to share the messages. Now these are the initial reach out messages. I will be sharing some follow-up ideas as well. But first I'm going to share these initial reach out messages, and I hope that they're short enough that I can copy and paste them here. Okay, so I have 3 idea messages that you can pull from. Here's number 1, and I'll read them to you. Let me get them pasted over here. Here comes idea number 2. Sorry, there's a lot more talk and prep work involved in this one rather than probably a lot of the ones you've done. But I think it's so important to share this before we actually start reaching out to people so you can make it most effective, because the preparation is key when we're sharing, when we're leading with the opportunity. So you know, and I'll share the recording for this, so feel free to listen to it as many times as you want, jot down some notes if you need to, but then once you have that down and you've got these base messages, then you can, you know, pick and pull parts from it, develop your own, then personalize it to the person that you're going to be reaching out to, and then be super effective with it, okay? So, now, how do we find their pain points? Let's talk about this. Oh, and the most important concept with these messages, I do want to share that as well. So here's how you can find their pain. If it's someone you know well, odds are you already know what their pain is that Plexus could alleviate, okay? If there's someone that you knew well in the past, but you've kind of lost communication with them, but you're Facebook friends, then you can spend a few minutes on their Facebook page. You know, hopefully they post and you can kind of get some updates there. And one of these messages is great to reach out to people that you haven't talked to in a while. If there's someone that you just know, you know, you don't really know them, they're just a contact of yours, but you sense that this is something that they could really benefit from, or you see that they've got a vibrant personality, or they have a great network, or whatever. There's a message here that will give you some ideas how to reach out to someone that you don't know well. You can kind of, it's very fair to guess that most people want more flexibility with their time. They want more income and less stress financially. They would love to be able to raise their own kids if they're in the corporate world and they have children. If they're getting older, they would love some side income to give them the opportunity to not fear retirement or whatever. Travel funds, shoe funds, I mean, so many things that most everyone wants, right? So we can be vague in the pain, no pain as well. But if it's someone you know well, then that's a great opportunity. Okay, so let's just read through these real quick. So here's idea number 1. Hey, Larry, you've been on my mind lately. I see how hard you work juggling your job and your kids. I can imagine how difficult that can be. So I wanted to tell you what I do, because I work with so many working moms like you who are building side businesses that are giving them more choices, including being able to leave the corporate grind to be home with their families. I would love to tell you about my friend so-and-so. Their story is so inspiring. I'm not sure if this is right for you, but if it's not, I have a feeling you're going to know some people that I could help. Would you be interested in hearing more? So this is just the first initial reach out message. And I threw different ideas into each one of these 3 messages. So here's another idea for those of you that feel like I'm not really successful yet. So how can I reach out confidently with other people? You know someone that's very successful, right? It's very likely that you have a sideline friend or an upline friend who has an incredible income story about Plexus, an incredible financial testimonial about Plexus. And we've got Diamond documentaries for days, right? Oh my goodness. So you can find someone that this person, maybe they're a working mom that wants to get out of the corporate grind. Maybe they're a retired person that's looking for something fulfilling to do to make a difference. Maybe you can find a Diamond documentary or for basically any scenario. And so that person, because we're one Plexus and we all work together, we're all one family, that person that they would love to hear their story. And I want you to think about too, don't overthink this, okay? If you have a really good friend who's a gold ambassador, you may not think that gold ambassador income is super intriguing when you know what a diamond's income looks like. But to most people, that's going to be more realistic and more attainable than a diamond's income, okay? So that's just the point, that you can share about your friend so-and-so if that makes you feel more confident in offering, okay? So that's idea number 1. So you can pick and pull parts from that you love. And then, here's another one that you can pick and pull parts from. Hey, Mary, I know we haven't talked in ages, but I love keeping up with you through your posts. It's great to see that life is treating you well. I would love to pick your brain if you wouldn't mind. I have a feeling you might know some people in Connecticut that I could help. I work with lots of women who love earning extra money for travel or shoe funds. That's supposed to say shoe funds, not show funds, or even to pay for college. I know that your son will be that age soon, so you may even want to take a look yourself. Can I tell you a little more? Is there any reason you wouldn't want to see if you might benefit? Okay, so you can pick and pull some ideas from that, personalize it to them and their pain, or just basic benefits. Idea number 3 that you could pull ideas from. Hey, Janelle, it's been a while. I hope all is well. I've had you on my mind lately because I'm working with people who remind me so much of you. I'd love to pick your brain if you don't mind. You've always been someone who is so driven and gets things done, and you've got a magnetic personality. These are things I look for in my business. I have no idea if what I do will be a good fit for you, but if it is, we could have so much fun building something lucrative together, working part-time hours. If it's not for you, I have a feeling you'll know some other go-getters who may be a good fit. When can you hop on the phone for 5 to 10 minutes so I can fill you in? I'm free tonight after blank or tomorrow at blank. Okay, so I gave you a few different options here. Now, Romy is very, very blunt about being genuine, and it's most effective to talk to someone over the phone or in person. If you're going to, if your only contact with them is through Facebook, and you send a message, it's really best to do a voice recording. So if you're going to do that, then I would really recommend write it out exactly the way you like it, practice it a few times out loud, and then record it to yourself a couple times first. Did you know that you can send yourself a voice message on Facebook Messenger, and that way you can get really comfortable with it before you send it to them, so it doesn't sound like you're stuttering, it doesn't sound like you're reading. You don't want it to sound like you're reading. So I would just write down bullet points and keep it short, okay? This should be a 1-minute recording if you're going to record. If not, definitely less than 2, you know, or keep it to 2. Make it short and sweet. I would really keep it to 1, to be honest. I think you can fit all that in 1 minute. So most important, oh, Venetia said, success is something different for each person. One person may want $1,500 monthly and one person may need $300 monthly. You have to get to know them. That's so true. Thank you for sharing that, Venetia. Okay, I'm going to share one more thing that I typed out for you here, because when you're developing a message for someone specifically in mind, here is the most important concept, okay? Because these are just ideas. I want you guys really to speak from your heart. That is going to be the most effective. But the most important thing you need to remember, where did that go? Oh, there. Come on, technology, be my friend today. May I ask what sort of thing to send to those who are already in an MLM type business, Monet, etc., especially if they're happy with it? That I am not going to take the time to cover today. I think that you could probably find some pain points that this could fit. But, you know, if they're really happy where they're at, if you sense that, then that's like something you want to be, you're going to have to spend some time on the approach and just kind of love on them, show support either way would be my recommendation. But I mean, we know. Oh my goodness, it pasted 3 times and it's not going through. I'm sorry, please bear with me here. Hopefully, okay, oh, here we go. Most important concept is, I know so many people like you who are successful doing what I do, so I thought you would want to take a look and see if this is something you can benefit from, okay? So adding in their pain points and how Plexus can fix that for them, and then that you know so many people like them who are successful doing this. And we do, right? We do. Yes, we do. You're totally truthful and authentic in that. Okay, so let's take some time. I'm gonna, oh good. That took a lot of time to get through all that training, but I'm going to mute us for 10 minutes. Let's do 10 minutes here. I want you guys to spend some time, pick one person at a time, and don't spend too much time on it, but just think of some pains that they may have that this could resolve, and pick some pieces from each of those 3 messages, and then reach out to them. Either, you know, if you're confident doing voice recordings, go ahead and do it now. I would just write bullet points, don't read. You don't want it to sound like you're reading. Or, I mean, go ahead and just type it out or copy and paste and send it, whatever. Okay, so let's take 10 minutes there. And then when we come back, I'm going to talk about some follow-up ideas, okay, or what to do next. So ready, set, go. Okay, it's time. I don't want to be noisy in case anyone's sending a voice message, but we're back. Okay, good job. Did anyone get a message sent out, or more than one? Carol did. Woo-hoo! Love it. Awesome. Okay, so I want to spend just a minute here to talk about what do you do when they respond. Does that freak you out? Maybe you're a little bit panicked, like, so if they say they want to hear more, then what do I do, right? So this is really, really important, that you just like ask lots of questions and listen to what their needs are. And you just can't go wrong by just emphasizing how much you believe they could benefit from this and why. Okay, compliment them and bring them back to that, you know, so many people like them, you know what I mean? And share those examples, those diamond documentaries, whatever. So ask lots of questions, listen, share videos and stories. Emotions are more successful than facts. Okay, so remember that. This is where we're building relationships and just trying to like get them emotional about their pains and how this could help. You can, you know, at any time I would reach out to someone very successful in your network, whether that be an upline. It doesn't have to be your direct upline, but someone that you have access to, that you could loop into a three-way message that could help right here, okay? So hopefully that makes you feel a little bit better. Get their permission first and kind of give details. So I would tell, you know, people in my team, if they have a jewel leader or, you know, a ruby or higher in their upline, then that would be someone that can confidently, you know, be looped in and guide that person to the next step. If you're not confident in doing so yourself. But I would message them privately first and say, hey, I've started a conversation with my friend so-and-so. I've reached out to them about the business opportunity and they want to know more. Really, I believe any successful leader is going to be all over helping with that, okay? Especially when they know that this person's interested in the business opportunity. So I shared a couple of my favorite videos in the chat. These are some of my go-tos that I use all the time. One is one that I did called Why Plexus. I did the research for you, and that talks it talks quite a bit about my situation and the research that I did and why Plexus was the best of anything that I found. So that's something that would be good even to send to someone in another MLM. Who was that asked me? Kristen Foltz. Okay, so watch that and find, you know, if that's something that they, in comparison, how Plexus is different, but just do so in a really loving way would be my recommendation. The other one, the Plexus compensation plan in comparison, that is it's a recording from Michelle and Tim Thomas with Natalie Fuller, who compares compensation plans. And if you have not seen that, that will blow your mind. I believe like these two videos hopefully will really, really get up your confidence and excitement about leading with the business. Because what we have in products, we already know is life-changing and nothing can compare. And so that makes us confident in offering it to people. What Plexus has in a business opportunity is far superior as well. And if you really understood it, you would be comfortable and confident in sharing it with people because you would understand this could be exactly what they're praying for. This could be the answer to so many prayers. So I did share those, and I like to share proof of income, especially in the beginning. You know, now I've got my own very impressive check stubs that I can share, and I'm just that's just my personality. I know for some people like that seems uncomfortable to them, but I think, you know, it can be all in the way that you present it and offer it too. So when I especially was using that in the beginning, before I had success myself, I was telling my friends, you would not believe my friend Tamra's story. And I've even got a copy of her proof of income, because if you're like me, I wanted to see the proof. So if you want to take a peek, then I could show you that. And a lot of times they were like, I want to see, yeah, show me. And so that's really powerful. So your own income, be proud of that. You know, if you're a silver ambassador, if you're a senior gold ambassador or ruby, whatever, that is something you should be proud of, because that's extra income that's coming in that you didn't have to drive, you know, to a corporate job for and punch in a time clock and work for someone else. So that's something that can speak to someone. Like Venetia pointed out, $300 a month for someone could be a game changer. So you know, maybe share your income and let them know that your goals and this is what you're working on. But holy cow, look at my friend Whitney, and, you know, in 9 months or whatever, whoever successful proof of income that you would like to share as well alongside that. And just ask your upline. I'm sure they're going to be willing to share that. Most are. I mean, some may not be comfortable with it, but just let them know, you know, that you're reaching out and sharing the business opportunity, and that's something you would love to intrigue people with if they're willing. So next, let's talk about so after you've got that conversation going and you determine whether or not they're interested in the income opportunity for themselves, okay? And that's something I can't give you scripts for. I can't tell you step by step. This is something, like I said, you've got to just build that relationship with them, ask lots of questions, listen well, loop in a very successful upline that can help. And then once you get an answer from them, let's just say, you know, you get beyond that and they're not interested in the opportunity, then what? Here's the message that you would want to send next, or what you would want to say to them next, okay? So here we go. If they're not interested in the opportunity, then let me paste this over. Okay, I totally get that this isn't for you, Larry. It's not for everyone. But I would love to pick your brain about who you know, since I have a feeling you know people that I could help. If I can describe the type of people I'm looking for, would you let me know who pops into your head? And then most of the time they are going to say yes. And so you want to describe. Now here's where you really want to share those attributes that you see in them, because a lot of times, you know, the more that you're describing that person that you're looking for and they're hearing, hey, that sounds like me, then that can give them more confidence in the concept of, you know what, maybe this is a good fit for me. And if not, they probably have a lot of people in their circle or network that are similar, because we attract the same kind of people that we are. And, you know, a lot of times that's going to be those type of people in their network. Okay. And then, you know, moving forward from there, if they give you names, just be super grateful. Maybe even consider a little referral gift, I think would be nice. But after you get through that step with them, or they decide, you know what, maybe I'm a good fit, and you loop that upline in and start working with them and get them to the final deal or whatever. If after you get past the referrals part, then here's a follow-up message that I think would be great to use after. All right, and this is how you can easily segue them into how could they benefit from the products. You never want to end a conversation with them without, did that paste? Oh my good gravy, here we go. I don't see it. you never want to end the conversation without, oh my gosh, where did it go? And I think I just cut it out of my document instead of copying it. So it's completely out in outer space somewhere. Great. You guys aren't seeing it, are you? No? Okay, let me type it real quick. Okay, so this is after asking for referrals. Sorry, guys.
If you cut it, if you just push Control V somewhere, it should paste it somewhere.
Okay, let me try. Oh gosh, it's my last message. It's not the one that I just cut. That's so weird. Because I can see it's pasting now. This is a short message. It'll be quick. Sorry. Whoops, didn't mean to hit enter there, but and obviously you can get this down really fast once you understand the concept and you have the trainings and you have the messages. Then you can shoot out, you know, I mean, these will take a little bit longer because you want to personalize them. But okay, there we go. All right, so after you discuss about referrals, then and you get past that, then you'll say, thank you so much for your time, Laurie. Your support means the world to me. Now I've got to ask, if you could change anything about your health, what would that be? And most likely that's going to start a conversation, and you can segue into how could they benefit from these incredible life-changing products, which we know anyone that has a gut or skin or a brain could benefit from the products, right? Even if they're not interested in the opportunity and they don't want to share referrals. So that is hopefully very helpful. Now, we have less than 10 minutes left. So I would like to take, let's do 5 more minutes. Let's see if we can send out at least 1 or 2 more messages, and then we'll come back and just kind of close it up, okay? So it's 11:53. We'll come back at 11:58. Okay, it's time to come back. All right. Okay, we've got 2 minutes to close this out. So I know that there wasn't a lot of time for messaging here, but my hope is that this gives you confidence and it gives you a base of moving forward. You understand how to successfully lead with the business, right? And then defer to referrals and then segue into the products. And when you follow that order, your business will explode. And this practice makes perfect, obviously. You'll get more confident, more comfortable with this, and I know this can be a game changer for you in your business. So any final thoughts or quick questions before we close it out? You can go ahead and unmute yourself if so. Or type it in the chat. I'm just getting lots of thank yous. I'm glad. I hope you guys felt it was helpful. Oh, you have a question, Christine? I'll unmute you. Oh, okay, there you are. You're not muted.
So I have someone who is, I have a very good friend, and it's his son, okay? And he lives in Canada. So obviously that's on my mind today with
obviously, go Canada!
But I don't, you know, I don't have really a relationship with him. I mean, I'm on Facebook with him, but I don't really know him that well. But I really thought about leading with the opportunity and trying to keep it genuine. Like, I know this is random, but we have an event going on today, and it's really exciting. And because I know you own your own business, I thought of you and your entrepreneurial spirit that you might be interested in something like this.
I love that. I feel like you can take that you just said and add in a few key points that you hear, and it'll be very intriguing. And if not, you remember what to say. This may or may not be for you, but if it's not, I have a feeling that you know some people that I could help.
Yeah, that verbiage really helped me because that's where I struggle. I struggle the most with saying the referral part.
Awesome. And it's so it's so simple. That's not
right.
You're not putting pressure on them. You're making it feel very, comfortable. And I have a feeling that you know some people that I can help if this isn't a fit for you.
Right.
Love that.
Great. Okay. Thanks.
You're so welcome. Good luck. And woo, Canada.
Yeah.
Carol. I'm so excited for Carol. She's on here. She's a brand new gold, just building like wildfire in Canada right now. So this is a very exciting day for her and her team and so many others. Okay, well, we're out of time. I want to thank everyone so much for joining us. I hope this was very, very helpful to you. And I just got to tell you, this could change everything for you. If you are one of the many Plexus ambassadors who has full faith and confidence that these products are life-changing, but you don't yet understand the value in how life-changing this opportunity is, spend some time there. Watch these 2 videos that I shared. Watch Diamond documentaries. Seek out people that are super successful and follow them. And spend time with that. Get confident in our compensation plan. And holy cow, you will be able to lead with the opportunity and create multiplication and duplication like you've never had before, okay? So everyone have a blessed, wonderful day. And thanks again for joining me.